This is your Diamond Insight for tonight of the Bigamy law debate in Zambia. We always strive to avoid publishing unverified information, and this is because we believe that credible information is the cornerstone of our profession as a media house. Therefore, we gather the necessary documentation and talk to people involved so that the reality of the event is brought to the viewer of our news and current affairs. We are therefore encouraging Zambians to get a copy of the Zambia Law Development Commission report on the review of the Penal Code Act Chapter 87 and the Criminal Procedure Code Act Chapter 88 of the laws of Zambia. This is because in the last few days, debate has ensued in our country over the offense of bigamy and how, according to some debaters, the recommendation pertaining to repeal of the law would work against the institution of marriage. For the uninitiated, bigamy is described as an act of marrying several spouses at different occasions under the Marriage Act of Church Ceremony. Therefore, bigamy is explained as follows in Sections 38 of the Marriage Act as any person who, we quote, contracts a marriage under the Act being at the time married in accordance with African customary law to any person other than with whom such marriage is contracted, and b. having contracted a marriage under the Act during the continuance of such marriage contracts a marriage in accordance with the African customary law shall be guilty of an offense and liable on conviction to imprisonment for a period not exceeding 5 years, end of quote. Where then is the confusion, we ask? A similar provision can be found in Sections 166 of our Penal Code, which prohibits the offense of bigamy, and it states again, we quote, that any person who having a husband or wife living goes through a ceremony of marriage which is void by reason of its taking place during the life of such husband or wife is guilty of a felony and is liable to imprisonment for 5 years, end of quote. It is this piece of legislation in the Penal Code that the Zambia Law Development Commission is recommending for repeal, as it is a duplication of the one in the Marriage Act. In simple terms, the Commission is against some law contained in two acts, but with the same results when taken before the court of law. Therefore, the whole debate about the bigamy law being repealed is as a result of the lack of reading, and the recommendations as the grapevine of rumors in Zambia is more enjoyable than the facts. Perhaps paraphrased, if you want to hide something from a human being, put it in a document. The reviewed document of the Penal Code and the Marriage Act is right in our face, and therefore let's get the facts. The bigamy offense shall remain in the acts of the marriage law, even if it is repealed in the Penal Code.